Hey folks, Micah McGee here. If you've been keeping up with my short videos, you knew elderberry season's coming. Now the reason why I updated you on the short videos is because by the time this video comes out where I actually do this, it's gonna be over. You'll be too late. So that's why I kept you up to date. Now if you don't know about my short videos, I know a lot of people don't watch them. They're a minute or less every Friday. If you didn't get in on this because you missed it, now you know. Every Friday at 4 o'clock a.m. a short video will come out. Sometimes I use that time to update you, keep you informed. Sometimes it's just a fun little thing. Today we're going to be picking elderberries. Elderberries are super medicine for cough. You don't have to use it for medicine. You can make jelly, you can make juice, you can make a wide variety of stuff with it, but it's widely known for being helpful for the throat if you have a cough. Let's get to work. Now the stems of the elderberry are known to be toxic, so don't put a lot of stem in there. I just take my hands and I just pull them off into the bucket and we'll go from there. Now what we're gonna do is take these elderberries to the house as soon as we get them picked, and we're gonna make jelly with it. I had somebody on here had commented in one of my short videos and said that they take that and make jelly with it. Then you have the option of just eating it like jelly. If you want to make the medicine, all you got to do is take a spoon of that jelly and put it in hot water, mix in your whatever you use for cough. You know, some people use moonshine, some people use honey, lemon, just whatever you use, and it can really drastically reduce your cough. Now you can plant these things, domestic elderberries, and probably if you're really interested in going elderberry crazy, you can plant them and they will be bigger and make them in better. I'm not familiar with them that much, but I know they have domestic breeds. But if you want to do it wild, it won't cost you nothing and they'll grow on their own. The only thing is you can't mow it down and then expect to have it the following year. You've got to leave it year after year to produce. So really it's perfect to have them in a fence row, hedge row, something like that. All right, we're gonna just keep picking these until we get them all, and then we're gonna go to the house and get to work making this jelly. This year is amazing. These things are loaded so heavy that they can't even support themselves. They're just drooping upside down all the way down through here. But I want you to look at the beauty of that. All right, we got them picked. You can see what we got here. Caleb did very well. Last year we didn't get near this much. I guess this year is just extra good for berries. Excuse me. This stuff is not for sneezing, it's for coughing. So we've got it picked. We're gonna head to the house and get to boiling her down. Let's go. All right, we made it to the house. We got our elderberries here. First thing we're gonna do is wash them up, but in the meantime, I gotta get a fire going because it takes a little time for it to build up. We're gonna wash these, get the bugs out, clean them up, and then we're gonna start cooking them down. All right, what we're going to do in my recipe is put a gallon of water in this pan, big pot. This is well water. The well is over at Frank's. I'm going to do an interview with Frank one of these days and introduce you to him right proper like. And what we're going to do now in that good water is we're just going to pour our berries. And we've got a gallon and a fourth, roughly. A gallon and a fourth. We're going to pour that in here and then we're going to get it cooking. All right, now we're just gonna take it, throw it up on this stove, let the fire do her work. I don't know how long it's gonna take to boil, so I can't really put a time. We're just gonna keep an eye on it, let it boil, boil, boil. We'll mash it, stir it, let it boil until we get all that juice out of them berries. All right, we've got a really good boil, a really hot fire, Now what we're going to do is we're going to take this potato masher and we're just going to go in while it's boiling and mash them berries and extract as much juice as possible from them. Just like that. We use this summer kitchen in the summer with the stove outside of the house. Nobody wants to have a fire going inside their house this time of year while it's in the 90s outside. It's just our way of life that we enjoy it. Right now we got to cool it a little bit so that we can get it strained out. What we're going to do is strain it through like a cheesecloth, except it's not a cheesecloth. It looks like a cheesecloth. Caleb here is going to fill the wood back up into the stove, and I'm going to start measuring out our juice and see exactly how much we have to add our sugar and stuff to. Squeezing that out, I believe I absorbed enough vitamin C in my hands to do me for a week. All right, we got 23 cups. I'm going to have to do some figuring. I looked at one recipe that said 1 cup of sugar per 16 cups. So I got 23 cups. I'm probably going to do like 1.5 cups. I'm not going to do white granulated sugar because, well, we never use white granulated sugar, but especially in this is for coughing. White granulated sugar is just pure poison for your body anyway. I could use honey. I could use sucanat. I've got options. I'll probably use sucanat just simply for ease of use. So let's get to throwing some stuff in this and get it back on the stove. All right, we're gonna take a lime. I thought we were gonna cut it in half. Brother, you need to sharpen your knife, son. Talking to myself there. We're gonna juice that baby, just like that, and we're gonna put it in. I'm gonna do both halves. There's no seeds in it. Juice the other half right quick. And put that in. That's all of the lime. All right, we're gonna put our sucanat sugar in, put 1.5 cups. If you wanna know where to get the sucanat sugar, we buy it through a place called Azure Standard, I believe. I may be wrong about that, but I'll show you this, and you can order it straight from here if you can read that. We're going to use 1/2 teaspoon of what is this stuff? Citric acid. And let's put a little more in. Citric acid, that's going to make it stay so pretty. And yeah, I know I'm putting a little more in. All right, got that done. All right, we've got arrowroot powder here that I'm going to use to thicken this with. I'm going to just put in 1, 2, 3, 4, that's heaped up, probably 5. Okay, you have to mix this with cold water before you put it in, or it'll clump up and make a mess. So let's take care of that right quick. All right, I got it mixed with cold water, and I'm gonna stir it into this slowly. Let's check the fire. Oh yeah, look at this. I'm gonna throw a little more wood in there. I got a feeling with that arrowroot powder in there, it's going to want to stick. So I got to be careful with it. I'm going to put it up on a trivet. That will keep it from scorching. It'll still get hot, but it won't burn. All right, while these come up to heat, we're going to throw some lids in a pot of water. Put them in there loose where they're not stacked on top of each other. And we're just going to let these heat up so that they'll seal the jars properly. They just need to be warm. They don't need to be boiling. I probably ought to put them on a trivet as well. We just happen to have trivets. That's good. All right, we're boiling. Time to get her off. All right.
Sir, Fred. Hey, you don't want me to whip you with this cheese knife, do you?
All right, this is what we're gonna do. We've got our jars hot. We're gonna turn them up and set them right here. We've got this. We've got this. I like to have a wet washcloth to do this with. That way I don't burn myself, and yet I got a good grip. Caleb, run in and get one of them rings.
Okay.
You can get a bunch if you want. All right, we're just gonna pour this hot juice down in this hot jar. We should have about 11 or 12 of these jars full time we're done. I don't like to take them up real full. I'd say about right there. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna take this out. We're gonna take this clean paper towel and we're gonna wipe the top here. This has to be perfectly clean. As perfectly clean as can possibly be. Now, we're gonna take this little jewel, which has a magnet on it. We're gonna reach right in here. We're gonna pull out one of these special lids. Come on, special lid. That's very hot. We're gonna pop that right on there. Mr. Caleb's right here with the ring. Right now, we're gonna take our wet hot washcloth and take a hold of this. Get that perfectly set in there. Put this right here and screw her down nice and tight. I don't always like the way these things fit, but this one fit good. Now, get that tight as you can. We're just gonna take this jewel, and we're gonna flip it right upside down. Right there, and we're gonna repeat that process until we're done. Let's get it. All right, we got them all in the jars. I am 100% impressed with myself. It come out to exactly 12 pints. Not 12 and a half, not 12 and 3/4, 12 perfect. And it wasn't because I measured it out and tried anything. I didn't measure nothing hardly except the sugar. And even the stuff, arrowroot, I really didn't measure. I just scooped it out, big old heaping wops. We're gonna wait until this stuff cools off and we'll see if we were successful. See you in just a second. All right, it's cooled off. Every single one of them sealed perfectly. There's just one thing. It's not jelly, it's juice. But as you know, we're doing this for cough medicine, so it really doesn't hurt me that it's not jelly. I don't even think it really tastes all that sweet, even though I put some sugar in it. So I'm happy with it. We've got 12 pints of cough medicine. So in the long run, it doesn't matter. If it would have gelled, I would have been tempted to eat it on bread for breakfast, on toast. And so it's probably better that it turned out this way. Last year, if you remember that video, we did it this way intentionally. This time it's not, but oh well, we're happy with it. I am just glad that I got all 12 to seal perfectly. This is not something you're gonna see me doing every day in the kitchen canning. My daughter, she's been canning all kinds of stuff, and I'm just not here to get it on video. Not that she would allow me to do that anyway. She just don't want to be on camera, so not a big deal. We can still bring you 4 amazing videos per week anyway, which we do. Some of you guys don't get all the videos because YouTube ain't real good about getting them out to you. If you really are good at YouTube and you know how to do all these, jump through all the hoops, yeah, I've got people that watch every single video that I put out, and I appreciate it. We're going to get on out of here. We got some more great videos coming. For now, we're going to get on out of here. We hope you have a great day. We'll see you on the next video.